So my entire life, I've always been a little bit, different in because I did not interpret the world the way most people seem to, and I was always very curious and about the spirit and learning and all of this sort of thing. So fast forward to a time I had just moved to LA from New York, and I had gotten married and was going through a divorce. I like to joke that my wedding lasted longer than my marriage. So
I like that, actually. It's kind of fun.
And it was very depressing. And my friends at the time said, you have to come tango with us. And of course, like most people who hear tango, I was like, you mean like Rudolph Valentino? And I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't sound exciting. So it's not an option. You're coming with us. And so I got
friends.
Yeah, good friends. And so we went there, and that night my life changed, because my life until that point had been a series of failed relationships. The longest relationship I'd ever been in was 2 years, and it was always the same thing. It was that I didn't understand the give and take of what it was to be a woman and to be an empowered woman. I constantly felt the need to assert myself and be aggressive and outgoing, which are things I am naturally.
Okay.
But I did not understand the difference between surrender and giving up. In the spiritual context, because it's really important that viewers understand that whenever I'm talking about male and female in terms of energetic, that this is about the spiritual. This is not about gender, and it's not about men and women. It's about two opposite energies, which are what is the philosophy of Taoism is based on, and which is why I named my book The Tao of Tango.
Yes.
So my spiritual guru at the time was trying to explain to me that I needed to balance my energies, that my female energy was just too weak, my passive, quiet inner energy was too weak, and that's the energy we use for listening, for imagining, for creating, for reading, and active energy or male energy is mostly external, action oriented. When we do something, we are engaging our own male energy. When we are receiving, because receiving, accepting are expressions of female passive energy. And every human has both. Men have female energy, women have male energy. So don't get caught up on the man, woman, male, female comparison. It doesn't, in energy terms, those are opposites. So I couldn't understand this message. I spent my entire life up to that point trying to understand it and failing miserably and just encountering the same issue over and over. And then I went to tango that night, and I had oh my God, I get it. I know what they mean by surrender. It's so powerful. Oh my, I was like, absolutely. And that night I went home and started writing this book. Now, I did not know I was writing a book at the time, but I couldn't sleep. I was like, what was that? What? Oh my God. So I was taking notes, and it became a journal, and eventually it became the book. And the book, the structure of the book is in each chapter has 3 sections.
Okay.
It is in tango. So the thing that happened in tango, in life, drawing. So I should preface this by saying that when I was dancing tango, men and women were in a place of absolute balance, absolute respect,
yes,
absolute communication. And that I was observing, because this was all a period of observation and learning, I was observing that as soon as the music stopped, all the other stuff came back. So I thought, okay, so here I am, this person who's failed in all these ways, but when I'm dancing tango, life is perfect. It should be like this out there. How can I make this perfect thing on the dance floor with the music happen out there without the dance floor and the music? How can I transfer the lessons I'm learning on the dance floor into my daily life to achieve the same sort of bliss that I experience in living that I do on the dance floor? And that is what the book is about. So it starts with the chapter. Each chapter starts with, in tango, this happens. Then in life, this is a parallel correlation to that event in tango. and this is how it expresses itself. And then it ends with the lesson. What did I learn from applying the tango experience to the external daily life? And that is the structure of the book. And it is in its 4th edition.
Wonderful.
And I am now currently writing an updated version for ebook release only at this point.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And it will include photos.
Yes.
So, because after all this time, I can no longer write. This is actually, now that I'm talking about this, this is actually an extraordinary passage in my life right now, because that was the last major thing that I wrote. You know, I wrote it a long time ago, but the last edition was written shortly before the cancer detour.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
So that was the last thing I wrote. And then I began my photo journey. And this edition is going to be the merging, because I'm updating certain passages of the book, which reflect my continued growth and understanding of human interaction and life on Earth as a human, but are now also incorporating my gift as a photographer. And so this edition is going to be some updated writing and reflections, as well as photographs, and will be released through Amazon as an ebook. So get your Kindles ready.
Actually, and you don't need a Kindle, because they actually, when you buy the ebook, you actually have access to the Kindle Cloud, and it's wonderful. You just need a laptop.
Yeah. So.
Or a desktop.
Yeah. So anyway, at this point, it's going to be strictly if things go well enough and the stars align and it's meant to be, I will then again release it as in a printed version. But at this point, the plan is not to do a print version, but release it electronically only.